Hi everybody, welcome back and greetings to you all. My name is K. David Raju Kulluri, Associate Professor, Department of CSE from St. Peter's Engineering College. In this video, we are going to see looping statements in C. Before discussing about looping statements in C, first of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for this opportunity. These looping statements actually part of the control statements that you can see on the desktop screen. Control statements. What is meant by control statement? Statements that are used to control the program execution sequence are called control statements. These statements are of two types. First one is decision making and branching, and the second one decision making and looping statements. The second one highlighted with a red color. So that is our topic, decision making and looping. So these are also called as simply looping statements. Before discussing about these looping statements, that is the decision making and looping, first of all, let me highlight decision making and branching statements. Those are of 8 types. The first one is if statement. Second one is if else statement. Third one is nested if else. Fourth one else if later. Fifth one switch statement. Sixth one break statement. Seventh one continue statement. Eighth one go to statement. All these are also called as decision making and branching statements. These are used to check the condition to perform so and so tasks, also called as conditional statements. But today in this video we are going to concentrate looping statements, also called as decision making and looping. The first one is while loop, and the second one is do while. Third one is for loop. We will see all these looping statements one by one with syntax, with the syntax, semantics, with example clearly. First one, while loop. What is a while loop? First of all, while is a keyword actually. While is a keyword, and this while is one of the decision making and a looping statement, which is used to execute a group of statements repeatedly or repetitively until condition false. This while loop is also called as entry control loop, because the condition will be checked in the beginning itself. The main purpose of this while loop is to execute a group of statements repeatedly or repetitively until condition false. Now we will see the syntax part of this particular while loop. First one is this while loop includes total 5 parts. For our convenience, we will divide this syntax into 5 parts. If you divide the syntax into 5 parts, the first one is first part is called initialization part. Initial value will be given over here. With the help of initialization part, initial values will be given to different variables. After giving those values to those variables, we need to check the condition. That is, while condition is second part. First one is initialization part, second one is condition part, then third one is body of the loop. That is third one. This body of the loop includes the logic part or the solution of the problem. And after executing that particular body, the initial value will be updated in the form of updation part. That is called fourth one. After updating, whenever closing brace encounters, immediately control will be returned back to this condition part. That is fourth one. If this condition is false, finally out of loop will be executed. So totally this syntax contains 5 parts. That is, first one is initialization, second one is condition, third one is body, fourth one is updation, and finally out of loop. Now we'll see the semantics. Just now only we have seen the syntax part. We will see the semantics. What is meant by syntax and what is meant by semantics? Syntax means a rule of a while loop statement. That is called syntax. Simply a rule of a particular statement or rule of a particular language is called syntax. Then what is meant by semantics? Semantics means the actual meaning of this whole syntax, while loop syntax, is called semantics. We will see one by one semantics of this while loop. First, initial value will be executed. Then after executing that particular initialization part, control will be transferred 1 to 2. That you can see, control will be transferred to 1 to 2. Then this 2 part is condition part. Condition will be checked. If the condition is true, that you can see, if the condition is true, control will be transferred to 2 to 3. And 3 is body of the loop. So body of the loop will be executed. Whatever the statements comes under this body of the loop will be executed simply. After executing that particular body, control transfer to 3 to 4. Fourth one is updation part. So the initial value will be updated over here. After updating that particular initial value, control will be returned back to 4 to 2. That you can see this particular arrow 4 to 2. Then updated value will be checked over here. If the condition is true, once again control will be transferred to 2 to 3. The second time the body part will be executed. After executing this body part, once again control will be transferred to 3 to 4. Then value will be updated. Then once again updated value will be checked over here 4 to 2. In this case, if the condition is false, instead of going to 2 to 3, control will be transferred to 2 to 5. That's out of the loop because of condition false. This is about a semantics part. So that you can see in this particular box, the first possibility is 1 to 2. If the condition is true, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4, and 4 to 2. If the condition is false, directly control transfer to out of the loop, that is 5. The second possibility, 1 to 2 in the beginning itself, if the condition is false, control will be directly transferred to out of the loop. So that is the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed over here is 0. In this slide, we will see the flow of that particular control while loop flow with the help of this particular flow chart. First one is initialization part. From this particular initialization part, control will be transferred to second, that is condition part. Here condition will be checked. If the condition is true, control will be transferred to third one, that is body of the loop. After executing body, control will be transferred to fourth, that is updation part. Here initial value will be updated and control will be returned back to condition part. If the condition is true, that flow from 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, then 4 to 2. Whenever condition falls, you can see that a red arrow control will be transferred from 2 to 5. That is about out of the loop. With the help of this flow chart, we can understand the flow of the while loop very easily. Here, in the beginning itself, the condition is false. Directly, a jump occurred from 2 to 5 without executing this whole part. This whole part will be skipped. This whole part will be skipped. If the condition is false, then 2 to 5 means this body part not executed means the minimum number of times that you can see in this particular this statement. You can the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed is 0 because this whole part skipped because of the condition. Condition false means directly 2 to 5. This whole body part ignored means the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed is 0. Then we'll see next one is the do while loop. Yeah. This do and while are two important keywords that we can see in this particular syntax. This do while is also called as exit control loop. This do while is one of the decision making and looping statement. It is also used to execute a group of statements repeatedly or repetitively until condition false. So first we will see the syntax part of do while. In this do while syntax, the same whole syntax divided into 5 parts. First one is initialization part, and second one is body of the while loop, third one is updation part, fourth one is condition, and the fifth one is out of loop. In the case of do while, at the end of the while, we are supposed to put the semicolon. But here, do, after do, there is no semicolon. So initialization part will be executed first, then control transfer to 1 to 2. Then 2 is the body of the do while. This body will be executed without checking condition. After executing that particular body, control will be transferred to 2 to 3. The 3 is updation part. After executing updation part, that is after updating initial value, control will be transferred to 3 to 4. This fourth one is while condition part. If the condition is true, then control will be transferred back to 4 to 2. If the condition is true, then after executing 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and if the condition is true, same process will be repeated. This is called loop. If the condition is false, instead of going back to 2, control will be transferred to 5. That is 4 to 5 if the condition is false. This is about the semantics part of do while. Syntax means a rule of a particular do while statement. Semantics means the actual meaning of that particular do while syntax that you can see in the form of numbers. 1 means initialization part, 2 means the body of the do while, 3 means updation part, 4 is condition. If the condition is true, then control will be transferred to 2 to 3, 3 to 4. If the condition is false, immediately a jump occurred from 4 to 5, that is control will be transferred to out of the loop. This is the first possibility. The second possibility, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, in the beginning itself, condition false, directly control transfer to 5. In this case, without checking before checking condition, 2 and 3 body part executed once. So that's why the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed over here is see. First one is initialization part. This flow, with the help of this flow chart, we can understand flow very easily. 1 to 2, body part will be executed. Without checking condition, we are executing body. After executing body, we are updating value. After updating value, then only we are checking the condition over here. So after checking the condition, if the condition is true, control will be transferred back to 2. This process will be repeated. This is called loop. So whenever condition is false, control will be transferred from 4 to 2, 4 to 5. That is that syntax, semantics part specified over here. And here the body part executed minimum once whenever the condition falls initially. So the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed over here is 1. But in the case of while loop, the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed is 0. That you can see in the case of while loop. In the case of while loop, there is no semicolon at the end of the while loop. That we are supposed to observe this particular point. We are not supposed to put semicolon at the end of the while loop. But in the case of do while, the while loop need to be, the while statement need to be terminated with a semicolon. So just now only we have seen while loop as well as do while. Now we'll see the example for while loop. This program illustrates addition of 1 to 5 numbers, sum of 1 to 5 numbers. Here, two header files included. One is stdio.h and conio.h. In this main function, two variables declared, that is num variable and sum variable. Num initialized with 5, sum initialized with 0. So with the help of this while loop logic, I want to find a sum of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what is the value of num? It is 5. I am checking that 5 not equal to 0. Yes, it is true. So that the current value will be displayed first, 5. After displaying that one, what I am doing? I am adding that one to sum. So 5 will be added to sum. So 0 plus 5 is 5. Then I am updating number value, number minus minus. That is 5 minus 1 is 4. Then 4 is now not equal to 0. So that with the help of this printf statement, what I am doing? I will display 4. Then after displaying 4, that 4 will be added to sum. Previous sum is 5. 5 plus 4 is now 9. Then number minus minus. Now 4 minus 1 is 3. Now 3 not equal to 0. So that 3 will be displayed over here. After displaying 3, that 3 will be added to sum. Previous sum is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Then number minus minus, that is 3 minus 1 is 2. Now 2 is not equivalent to 0. 2 is not equivalent to 0. So that that 2 will be displayed over here. After displaying 2, that 2 minus 2 will be added to previous sum 13. 13 plus 2 is 15. Now number minus 1, that is 2 minus 1 is 1. Previous one is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Then number minus minus 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 is not equivalent to 0. So that 1 will be displayed over here. After displaying that 1 will be added to previous sum 14. 14 plus 1 is now 15. Number minus 1, 0. Now 0 not equivalent to 0. Condition false. Immediately control transfer to out of the loop. Then with the help of this printf statement, I will display the sum. That is, sum is 15 will be displayed. Then end of the program. That is about while loop example. Similarly, do while example illustrates same concept, but here instead of while loop we used do while statement. So here condition checked last, but the body part executed one time before checking the condition, but we will get a same output. But here instead of using while loop, we used do while statement. That is about do while. Then coming to third looping statement, that is for loop. The syntax of for loop, you can see in this particular slide. It includes total 5 parts for our convenience. This syntax also divided into 5 parts. First one is initialization part, terminated with semicolon. Second one is condition part, terminated with semicolon. Then third one is body of the loop. Then fourth one is updation part. Then fifth one is out of loop. First, we will see the semantics part. Syntax means the rule of a particular for loop statement. The semantics means the actual meaning of for loop statement is called semantics. We'll see the semantics part. First 1 to 2, control will be transferred. Initial value will be given. That initial value will be checked over here. The condition part will be checked. The condition is true, then control will be transferred from 2 to 3. That is, the body part will be executed. Body part means starting from open brace to closing brace. After executing whole body part, control will be transferred from 3 to 4. That you can see 3 to 4. So this fourth one is what? Updation part. Initial value will be updated over here. After updating that particular initial value, the updated value need to be checked in the form of condition. If the condition is true, same process 2 to 3, the whole body part will be executed, then 3 to 4, then 4 to 2. This you can see, this is called a loop. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2. And whenever a condition falls, see, until condition falls, this process will be repeated. So that one highlighted with a pink color arrows. First only 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2. This is called loop. Whenever condition falls, so this arrows highlighted with black color, directly control transfer from this place to 5. So that is about out of the loop. This is about a semantics part. So two possibilities are there. The first possibility 1 to 2, 2 is true, then 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 2. If 2 is false, then 2 to 5. If this is about the first possibility, in this case, the minimum number of times the body of the for loop executed is the maximum number n numbers. The minimum is that we can see in the second possibility, that is 0. That is 1 to 2. Initially, in the beginning itself, condition false means directly control transferred. So that is black arrows directly goes to 5. That is about the second possibility that we can understand very easily with the help of the flowchart, for loop flowchart. So in this initialization part is 1, then control goes to first initialization, then condition, that is second one. If it is true, body part will be executed, then 3 to 4 updation part will be executed, then 4 to 2. Updated value will be checked once again. This is this flowchart, this semantics similar to while loop. If the condition is false, control transfer from 2 to 3, no, sorry, 2 to 5. Out of loop will be executed. Once again, first one is initial value will be given. That initial value will be checked in the form of condition. If it is true, then body part will be executed. After executing body, value will be updated. After updating value, you need to check the condition. The updated value need to be checked. If the condition is false, directly control transfer to out of loop. This is about semantics of the for loop. In the first possibility, maximum n number of times that will be repeated. Minimum, in the beginning itself, the condition false means the second possibility 1 to 2, 2 to 5 means the minimum number of times the body of the while loop executed over here is 0. In the beginning itself, condition false means without executing this whole part, this part will be ignored. Directly control goes to 2 to 5. That is about for loop. In this case, actually this for is a keyword, and this for loop is also called as one of the looping statement. This is one of the looping statement, and it is also called as entry controlled loop. It is also used to execute group of statements repetitively until condition false. That is about for loop. We'll see one example, the same example, whatever the example discussed for while loop as well as do while, same example we consider over here. So this example program illustrates sum of 1 to 5 numbers. In this main function, so three important variables declared, I, num and sum. The for loop, num value 5 given to I and that I value checked over here, that 5 is greater than 0, condition true, so that control transfer to body of the for loop. In the body of the for loop, the statement will be executed so that this output will be obtained. After that I value 5 will be added to sum, that is 0 plus 5. Now sum is 5. Then closing brace means control transferred back to updation part, I minus minus, that is 4 now, 4 greater than 0. Now condition true, so that 4 will be displayed over here. After displaying 4, that value 4 will be added to sum, 5 plus 4, now it is 9. Then updation part, 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 is greater than 0, condition true, so that next one will be 3 will be displayed, and that same 3 will be added to sum. 9 plus 3 is 12. Then updation part, I minus minus, now it is 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 greater than 0, condition true, so that that 2 will be displayed over here. Then the same 2 will be added to previous sum from 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Then updation part, 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 greater than 0, condition true, so that that 1 will be displayed with the help of this printf statement. Then the same value I will be added to sum. 14 plus 1 is 15. Then updation part, I minus minus, now it is 0. 0 greater than 0. 0 greater than 0, condition false. So control transfer to out of the loop, and out of the loop statement is this one, printf statement. With the help of this printf statement, output will be displayed. That is sum of first 5 numbers, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. That is about end of the program. So today in this video, so far we have discussed different looping statements. Those are while loop, do while, and for loop. In the next video, we'll see decision making and branching statements. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel, that is Teach to Reach. Thank you all.